Shooting stars. That's the farmers.
You think it's the farmers?
Yeah.
Probably ain't.
Farmers what?
It's not on the farmers' field. Look, it's going red now.
Red. Oh, it's turning fire.
The sky fills with sand, forming a gigantic cloud which blocks the sun. The city below is plunged into darkness. The temperature drops by 15 degrees. As winds reached 130 kilometers per hour, at least 4 people were killed and dozens injured, many by falling trees. Such strong storms are unusual in Tehran.
The Pavlov volcano erupting in Alaska. Take a look. That is a huge cloud of ash and steam, all of it shooting up some 24,000 feet above sea level. You can see the cloud there up above the volcano. That
heavy rain has triggered severe flooding, stretching from central China all the way to the south. In rural areas, around 300 landslides have been reported.
Heavy rains have triggered widespread flooding in dozens of cities in southern China, killing at least 26 people and affecting some 3 million others. Guangxi province received a month's worth of rain in just 24 hours.
A single day, precipitations exceeded 300 millimeters, the largest amount of rainfall seen in 10 years.
We actually counted 7 different sinkholes opening up here on this large property just west of Gainesville and Jonesville. That sinkhole that you're looking at on the other side of the fence is actually the largest. May not look that impressive on video, but trust me, once you are standing right next to it, it is definitely much bigger than you would think. I would estimate probably 50 feet by 50 feet and probably 30 to 40.
Look at the babies.
Maman, regarde dehors, il y a une tornade. Regarde dehors, maman, dans la cour, il y a une tornade. Elle faut le calme, genre.
Non, c'est vrai, là.
Non, je te jure, on est en train de la filmer, il y a une tornade. Elle faut...
This aerial shot shows the scale of the disaster. The rains washed away roads, bridges and agricultural land. Thousands of homes were destroyed.
Something we're pretty sure you have never seen before. Video of one of the most powerful forces in nature, lightning, striking a truck as it went down the highway. And incredibly, the occupants survived.
Massive craters on the highway mark the spot where the lightning struck.
And a still image shows the fireball that engulfed the vehicle and shot out the back of the pickup.
This is the moment floodwaters poured into the Yallourn coal pit. Water had leaked into a coal conveyor tunnel, which became a river as the water forged a 40-metre wide breach in a levee bank, flooding the massive coal pit that supplies the Yallourn power station. So much water poured into the coal mine that the Latrobe River started flowing backwards.
I could see large trees floating around in the funnel, and it was just a surreal experience. I've never seen anything like it.
KRDO Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Jay Polk says few people in that part of the state have seen anything like it. The tornado was on the ground for nearly an hour.
India continues to reel under a heat wave, with many parts witnessing temperatures in excess of 45 degrees. Yesterday, Parliament Delhi touched 47.8 degrees, the highest in 62 years.
A thunderous roar, louder than ever. 43,000 cubic metres of water are tumbling over Iguazu Falls every second. That's 41,000 cubic metres more than usual. The cause? The same torrential rainfall that's brought about widespread flooding in Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay, claimed lives and forced around 100,000 people from their homes.
At least 5 people have been killed in violent storms that swept across northern Germany overnight. The deaths occurred in the cities of Düsseldorf, Essen and Cologne.
The Danube has brought damaging floods to Hungary before, but they've never seen the water as high as this.
There is a little building in the end of our garden, and there was a sign where the highest high water was. It was in 1878, and now we are 15-20 centimeters above that sign.
Clean-up is on for North Canterbury after being slammed by the rain yesterday, leaving most parts underwater. The area was drenched by a quarter of its average annual rainfall in just 12 hours.
About living on the edge. One Texas family knows exactly what it feels like. Their house is literally on the edge of a cliff, and the cliff has started to collapse. Pieces of the house have already fallen into the water below. The 4,000 square foot house is worth about $700,000, or was.
Now, tornado and Korea are two words you would never normally hear in the same sentence, but you will now because a tornado was spotted in Korea earlier this week.
Foundation of a home, or where it once stood. Take a look where it traveled along this path here, along the ground, about 150 yards away, turned and then dropped onto the ground.
Pressure, the windows blew out, and you can just feel that pressure. It's like, you know, just extreme pressure.
They say they felt the house being lifted up and spinning around, their ears popping from the drop in pressure. They said it was completely silent inside.
In the air, it's literally like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz.
Wow!
Heavy rain and strong winds have struck central Italy, causing severe flooding in parts of Rome and surrounding areas. Roads were closed as torrents of water rushed along streets and down subways.
A violent afternoon in northeastern Nebraska with concern it could be a very long night in the heartland. A massive tornado dropped out of the sky late afternoon, taking aim at the small farming town surrounding Stanton.
It's a really incredibly strong tornado with another secondary tornado, like I said, wrapping around it.
Veteran storm chasers described at least 2 tornadoes dropping out of a pitch-black supercell, bringing with it hail 2 inches in diameter. Multiple funnels, one of them a mile wide, chewing up farmland and throwing it hundreds of feet into the air.
At one point, we saw 3 tornadoes on the ground, and looks like the town got the worst of it, the town of Pilger, Nebraska.
Guys, you aren't dreaming. It's actually snowing in June. Look at this. It's really coming down hard now. The mountains are just covered in snow.
The San Juan fire in Arizona has scorched nearly 9 square miles in just 4 days. It's one of 6 wildfires currently burning across the country. Nationwide, there have been more than 26,000 wildfires just since January. That's compared to 22,000 for all of last year.
spread of Ebola in West Africa is out of control. Those are the words of medical group Doctors Without Borders. The last 2 weeks alone has seen a 60% increase.
An 8.0 earthquake, now we're hearing 7.1 either way. The tsunami warning.
Sydney, the blue skies made it look a lot more pleasant than it actually was. The apparent temperature didn't get above 10 degrees. Gusts reached more than 120 kilometres an hour in Melbourne, causing widespread damage.
Record rainfall and flash flooding continue to threaten the American Midwest. The most rainfall in the Twin Cities to start the year since 1871. All of it happening while much of the country is caught in the grip of a history-making drought.
In St. Paul, the Mississippi River is already at about 20 feet, 6 feet above flood stage.
To have river flooding like this in June is completely out of the ordinary and something our community's never seen before.
Incredible, because this doesn't happen. I mean, you get a little flooding in the spring, but this is unbelievable.
In a matter of days, parts of the region got as much as 10 inches of rain, a normal rainfall for 2 weeks. In June alone, Sioux Falls, South Dakota has gotten more than 13 inches of rain. That's more than half the average total for a year.
You know, June used to be drought time, and now it's no longer drought time. I mean, this is going to be the wettest June in our history.
That's amazing. There's a lot of them, whatever they are.
It just appeared like that within seconds.
There's 12 of them.
So funny.
There's the street light. And I think they're coming this way, aren't they?
They just appeared out of nowhere. That's just so funny. Let's go out and greet them.
Nanu, nanu.
Oh, wait a minute. One just dropped down low.
Wait.
Look at it. See it?
Oh, it just disappeared.
Oh, my God.
An unsettling story on the south end of the Strand tonight, where at least 1 million dead fish were found in the Winyah Bay. DNR officials say their carcasses were spread 6 miles from the site of the fish kill.
For the second night in a row, severe weather is tearing through the Midwest from Iowa to Michigan. At least one person was killed today in Iowa. It was nearly impossible to see.
Fireball meteor seen over the UK this morning has been captured on camera. The spectacular bolide meteor was bright enough to cast shadows.